Testing, 1, 2, 3. Am I live? Okay. All right. Good evening to all my friends. If you are from the Asia, or maybe good morning or good night. Okay. So this is Marcus from S Metaphysics. Good day to you. So today in Singapore is a pretty warm day. Hope that everything is fine also at your side. All right. So while waiting for some of our friends, if you are around, just pop in, say a hi, so that I know that you are around. Right? Anybody around? Just pop in, say a hi to me, so that I know while waiting for our friends to join in. Today's topic, by the way, is actually about date selection. Okay, where we're gonna talk about the art of Shen Sha, or the auxiliary stars, and using that for date selection. So if you're around, just pop in, say a hi to me. Who is there? Oh, hi, Augustine, and we have Junie. Hello, we have Autumn here. Okay, nice to see you around. So the topic of date selection has been around for a long time. Okay, so but in case, just in case, any of you who are first time seeing me, joining me, one type 0. If you are not the first time, type a 1, so I know whether are there any new faces down here. First time seeing me or joining me, what the hell is this about? Trying to understand more. First time, type a 0. If you are not first time joining my sessions, type a 1, so that I know that. Thank you, Augustine. Okay. Okay. So there are a handful of 1s and 0s. Okay. Hey, hi, Sandy. Okay. All right. So in case you are wondering, who am I? What is this about? Okay. So let me turn on my page. Okay. So now these are all my past topic. Okay. All my previous topic. The latest topic I think is about this one. Is it? No. I think it should be this one. Yeah. Is it the dog? Yeah. Okay. Who let the dog out? About October month. Okay. So now, I also cover a topic, right? I can't remember which one. Oh yes. About divination. This topic, yes. Okay. So now today's topic, in case you are wondering, for friends who are interested in divination, do go and look at the replay. You cover about some of the key stuff on forecasting that you should know, or you should position before asking, so that you get a higher level of accuracy when you are doing divination. Okay, because questions are very important to know a bit more about reading, getting the question right. Okay, and also there's this thing called reading the environment. Okay, not only reading the plot. Go to this session. Okay, today primarily. Oh yes, there's one more thing. Okay, are you all in my Telegram? Yeah, I've been preparing this topic for the last 4 days. As in really like having only like 5 hours of sleep, just for you. Okay, but okay, before that, I also prepare a lot for Telegram. Okay, so are you in my Telegram? Type a yes if you are in my Telegram. Type a no if you don't know. Marcus, you got a Telegram? Because in my Telegram, I've been posting a lot of informations, the good date for today, what is the best thing to do for you today, where you can ride on the energy, so as to every day is a single step, and every day is 1%, and compounded through time, it is going to be a quantum leap after 3 months, 6 months. So it is all about getting things right at every single step as much as you can, riding on the energy. So I actually cover that down here. Okay, it's down here. Okay, great actions suitable for the day. If you are not in my Telegram, go and join now. It's at the top of the page. Okay, and I've also been sharing some stuff about I Ching, and also about several different topics. Okay, so, and if you're interested to know about I Ching, every single trigrams, how can it be potentially used, you can consider going in also to listen to the audio, right? And also some of the special activation date. The last one was on the 25th of October, where you have the royal flush. Okay, where the green dragon and the flying bird and the jade maiden, with all the chief falling at the same place with a great hour. Okay, so I hope you did not miss that good hour for the great activation. Okay, so I'll be probably coming more into the month of November. What are the good days, the super power days, where you should not be missing. All right, so today, okay, we are having this topic. Oh no, before that, one more thing. I'm going to share about what you should be doing to prepare for the year 2022. All right, what you should be doing in terms of the heaven's luck, the earth's luck, and the human's luck. Okay, so from the three perspective, what you should be doing, knowing, preparing, and to take advantage of, or to avoid doing. Okay, in the whole session, I will also be sharing with you some of the possible forecasting for the year 2022, and also about the zodiac signs, so that you can prepare yourself what to do and what to avoid, so that you don't go on to a hard landing. One more thing, okay? And also in that session, I'll be giving you free stuff, freebies. Who actually got my 2021 the digital luopan in the beginning of the year? Type a me here. Who got that template in the beginning of the year for the year 2021? You got the digital luopan for you to superimpose onto your home plan or your office plan, so that you can use. Who got that? Type a me here. A lot of y'all requested for it. Easily more than 200-300 at the time. So any of y'all got it? Type a me here. Because I'm going to share that in this session also for those friends who sign up and also who participate. Y'all miss out. Yes, Bungkok have it. So all of you are newbies. Oh, okay. And Carl got it. I actually post it inside. I give it for free for this year. As in the early this year. For the preparation of the next year, I'm going to give it for those friends who actually sign up. And it's actually costing $25. So that I know that you're serious enough to prepare your goals. Make sure your goals for the year 2022 are worth more than $25 Sing. Okay? Okay, so and at the same time, I'm going to donate half of all the cost, all the fees from your to children's charity. Okay, to children's charity, so that we are all together. You also are playing a part into getting the good energies, doing charity, the good vibes, to do a good cause, so that with that we welcome the year with greater, better abundances. Okay, so it's not for me, it's actually for your doing as a holistic a good deed, okay, for charity. So half the cost fees of whatever you're giving are going to be for charity. And also I'm coming up with this class called the I Ching Divination, where how to read, how to forecast, how to find your stuff, how to position for your stocks and shares, how to ask questions to position for your projects, for your interviews, you can ask anything, okay? As long as the way you ask are seated correctly. I'll be teaching you in this divination class the right way to ask, the practical art of divination. I've got students who are attending my class the previous round, the first batch. And one student asked, can I go and buy lottery using this skill? I say yes. And he go and bought it during the class on Sunday. And before my class ends, he striked. It's so fun. The whole class are having fun. If you want to join the practical art, how to know even about stocks and shares and crypto, attend this class. Okay, a lot of my friends, my students, my graduates have attended this, and thank you for all your kind sharings for those friends who have shared. It's an amazing class. Do come and have fun, okay, while you learn the practical art, okay, and it can last you a lifetime. Okay, don't need to buy any software. Okay. All right, ready. Let's get the ball rolling. So now today is really about this topic called the combining Bazi with Great Days. Okay, it's supposed to be on the 30th. I struck it off. It's supposed to be yesterday, and yes, Augustine make a lot of what means wealth, getting wealth from stocks and crypto, right? Yes, Augustine, he tried a lot, and he's one of my best graduate and friend. Okay, let's come back. Yesterday is Yang Gong Day, so Yang Gong Day, so I don't do certain stuff on Yang Gong Day, okay? So or I don't try to launch. I will not try to give too much of a formal advices on Yang Gong Day. All right. So I'm going to talk a bit about Yang Gong later on. Okay. So that's why I postponed it to today. Okay. Okay. So are you ready? If you're ready, type yes, and we shall go into the topic. Today I got a lot to cover. Okay. A lot to cover to show you the the in-depth of stuff, so that you see whether end of the day, after today, you will love it or you hate it. Okay, type a yes if you are ready. Yes. Okay, can you turn on? I need to see the iPad message also for my phone. Okay, off the volume. Yeah, because the message here is a bit. Alright, thank you for your yeses. So now let's start the ball rolling. Okay, so in the art of date selection, who have done date selection or apply before? Whether you got this calendar from here or from there, if you've applied date selection before in your life, type a 1. If you've never tried any date selection before, type a 0, so that I know whether you belong to which breed or which group. Okay, so who have done date selection before, type a 1. Who have never done date selection before, start work, shifting house, renovation, good timing for lottery, whatever, never, no, nothing, 0. Who have never, type a 0. Who have before, type a 1. So seems to be David, Noah. Oh yo, 走寶啊你 David. Maysiak also don't have. Richard, no. Siu Ngo, hey, hi Siu Ngo. Siu Ngo is my senior, very nice lady. Okay, date selection is all about this. Okay, it is date selection. Let's zoom out the context. It is really about, example, you go to the work in the office. Okay, you go to the work in the office, then you intend to submit a good proposition to impress your boss. And that is one of the key milestones that you can anchor in for your coming year-end promotion. It's a very good proposition. You prepare for a freaking hell 1 month. You prepare the file. I got no file. You prepare the file, okay? Then you was about to go to the boss room, and then you're busy for work in the morning, so you arrive there at 8:30. You're so hyped up, so happy to present, waiting to present to your boss. And then when you're there at 9 o'clock, you're still happily working, preparing all your stuff, and then suddenly you heard a door slam, bang, at the corner. Then you was like wondering, who is that? Don't care. And you keep working. Then after that, you were so happy, you walk over, take the file, time's up. Walk over, take a file, and walk towards the boss room to propose to him your amazing idea that can make a lot of money. Then when you were there walking towards your boss office, suddenly you saw, let's say, Susan. Susan is the secretary of your boss. And Susan says, hey, yes, Marcus, what's up? Then I said, I'm going to present this to my boss. Hey, is boss in already, right? Then Susan said, yes, but she's in a very bad mood today. Very bad mood. It's like gloomy weather, thunderstorm with grey black clouds. You want to present to him? Then usually the idea will be no, right? So you probably decide to come back on a better timing when the boss is in a better mood, so that he's able to listen to what you're saying, so that you got a better chance to impress him. Can you all relate to that story? No? Type a 1 if you can relate to that story. It's a very practical story where we need to, it is always happening around us, where we need to talk to a person, good mood, bad mood, we need to smell a bit, correct or not? Can you correlate that? Because it is every day, literally every day. So to make the best of opportunity, of course, we will try to look for the boss in a better weather. That's called timing selection, correct or not? Timing selection. Then, same thing. In the art of date selection, it works exactly the same. Based on the ancient art of different topics, before this, today's is Shen Sha, okay? So it is based on that topic. I will bring boss his favorite coffee and ask him if he wants me to come. So different people will try different way, but bottom line is, in the art of Chinese metaphysics, you will also be able to look for information, telltale signs, to see is that a good day for something in specific also. So it's the same thing. It's all about riding on the right timing. On the right timing that the chi is aligned. If your chi is happy, your boss is going to be so pissed off, it's not so aligned, then it's hard for you to convince him. You talk to him about your project proposition, he's going to talk to you about all other stuff, then it's going to spoil that window period. So same thing, the art of date selection according to Chinese metaphysics it works the same way, okay, but in a more um, manner that is according to some of the text, ancient text, the way it's being written, and maybe some people who have done it with enough statistics and they're proposing that, okay, so that's called the art of date selection. All right, so now bringing that further, every day also got good stars and bad stars, okay, every day also got good stars and bad stars. So far I've never seen a day where there are 0 good stars or 0 bad stars. It's all a mix. So now how to actually identify and be able to position correctly the thing that you want to do is good enough for the day, that is called the art of date selection, okay. And long story short, it is actually about this, okay, where you have your Bazi, your birth chart, okay, the 8 characters, and together with your that day, what are good to do, okay. So you have to combine these 2 elements, because every day also got good. If the good your good, if the good is your good, then it's called a good day, ma. If the good is not your good, then it's not a good day lah. Correct? It's just like you are looking for love. End of the day, the person you're with and are not able to give you love, then the good they're looking for is not able to provide by the person lah. So same thing. Yes, the good has to be the good day, the good thing to do has to be aligned to what you are taking in action, has to be incongruent, then you can ride on it. Okay. If you're able to align this, so far, are you enjoying this? If you're enjoying this, give me love and light, okay. thank you. Okay, anyway, where am I? Okay, combining the Bazi and the date selection, we call it what? We call it the art of dialing it right. Just like a safe box, dialing it right. And being able to do that, then it needs experience, but you need to know the concept before you are able to try out, before you're able to try out enough so as to get the concept right, and until that you are able to have to get the hang of it, then the hit rate will probably get better and better. Okay, it's how it works. Okay, you must get the right concepts. Okay, so now in the art, for those who typed 0 just now, that you have never tried date selection, it's really about aligning the chi for the day towards your activities or towards your birth chart, so that it's in sync. When energies are in sync, the Wi-Fi signal, the upload download are stronger and faster. If the Wi-Fi signal is only 1 bar, then you can have a very slow upload download, and you will probably also have drop off. So having a strong connection on that day matters a lot. So that's why it should tie to your birth chart and also tie to your actions. Okay, so in the past, people talk about date selection. What is it for? You just tell me. When people talk about date selection, what is the key purpose? In your own words, just type that one comment. Tell me. When people are doing date selection, what are they doing it for? Any ideas? Come. Let's tell me. For what? No. What when people try to do date selection is mainly for what reason? You just type down now lah. Okay, Autumn says it's for marriage. Eileen says it's for auspicious. KT is for only getting married, then you go and look for a date lah. More successful occasions. KT also right to pray, move house, marriage, move house. So basically, move house and marriage. Hey, you recall or not? Do you ever ask what is a good date to start work after Chinese Lunar Day 3? Have you ever asked the question before? A good day to start work. Come on, be honest. I assume most of y'all have. Oh, this day is not good to start work, or maybe that day is better. Which day is a good day to buy 4D kind of stuff? Okay. Yes. Po Hong, seek positive outcome. Very good. Lose fat. Hey Tang, you're not fat, but Tang, I saw you quite slim and toned, Correct. it's all for favorable outcomes. Okay, most of you roughly got it right. Okay, so for favorable outcome, okay, in Chinese you call it 趋吉避凶. Okay, right on the favorable, avoid the unfavorable. Okay, unfavorable. Okay, solid. Okay, so it's really about that. Okay, how to ride on the favorable and avoid the unfavorable. The whole purpose of learning I Ching is also that. The whole purpose of a date selection is also that. Okay, so when people are talking about how to ride on favorable, usually, when the good stars are good for that particular action and you do the action on that day, this is called ride on the favorable. Avoid the unfavorable means what? That day better don't sign contract. If you can, don't avoid that day to sign contract lah. So you avoid the lousy one and ride on the good one. This is what we meant by the purpose of date selection. Okay, logical, right? So everybody would want something in their life to be good, lor. So that answers. Who don't want to seek more happiness in your life one? Anybody? Type a me. If you want happiness, type a yes. Who don't want happiness, type a me. If you want happiness, type a yes. So that I make sure that we are all on the same page. I definitely would want happiness in my life. Okay. and I would like that the happiness also can contagiously influence people around me to be at the same time happy also. Correct or not? We are not living a life so as to get more sad, more sick, more pessimistic, and that's going to be so the wrong way. Okay, so we are all looking out for happiness, and by being happy is really about riding on waves and avoid the hard landing. Agree, right? So now then date selection is also about this resolving challenges. Let me ask you, you all know Formula One, where many cars are zoom and keep racing, going around 60 plus laps for that 2-3 hours. Yeah, around there. So what are they trying to do? Trying to stay on track, avoid accident, and trying to win. Correct or not? With the earliest timing. So same thing. In life is all about try to get it right, how to do it. But before that, there's this one race called the race where they are going to gain the positioning for the pole, correct? Pole position. So before that, also got a race that's going to be lasting that many hours with the many laps. Why is it so? So the people are chasing for the best pole position, the first or the second at least. With a good right position, you are in for a good head start in Formula One. Agree? If you agree, type a one. Or else they race so hard for what? In the pre-race, because to get a good position so as to get it a higher chance of winning. So date selection is also about resolving challenges by having a good head start. After that, you still need to carry on the race. You can't be having a good head start and you just shake leg, shake left leg, shake right leg, and hopefully things can happen. It does not happen that way. Okay, it's really about getting a good head start so that you got higher chance of getting it through, overcoming your challenges. Okay, that's date selection. Good head start. Now, another thing about date selection is really also about this. You must have your objective clear. If you don't know what you want and you just like joining in, oh, today is good for this one, come, let's do. Oh, that one is good, let's do. But then if you don't have an objective in mind that you're building up, that is just you're running around in 随缘. Okay, you must always have a clear objective in mind, and whatever that's good for the day, apply that to that objective. Apply what is good onto that objective, so that you got that incongruent, the main objectives. And if you got objectives that is going to be a 3 months goal, for example, then every single day you're trying to inject strategies, steroids, and good chi on taking actions that fit into that objective of yours. Then it makes sense. Or else you'll be running around everywhere and end up going nowhere. So a clear goal is needed. And when I say motivated, motivated means what? Motivated means must get your hands dirty lah. Okay. Even if you want to strike lottery, you still need to go downstairs to the station, the post station, and queue and buy and pay money also, right? Or even online also log in also. You need to take actions, effective actions. So if you are not taking any actions and you're just riding on good chi for the day, something is missing. It is just like you are eating a, you know, it's char kway teow, right? You're eating a char kway teow without kway teow mee. Okay, all good things to happen needs action, and you definitely need actions in order for the good chi to be seated on to get things happen. A virus need a host. Okay, it's the same logic. So a good chi needs a something substantial, what, action. So assuming you got all these contexts in place correctly, then you got higher chance of riding on date selection. So far, are you with me or not? Type a yes if you are with me, or type lost if you are at this stage lost already. Like, huh? What happened? Type a yes if you are with me. It is very important to know that, okay? Or else you're like lost in abyss from now onwards, because later on it's going to be into deeper abyss. Okay, so with me. Okay, so now with me, thank you very much. Okay, so once I got that tone in, then now I'm going to move to the next step. Okay, in case for those friends, sorry, my throat is not that good. Let me drink some water. I love to see your responses. Okay, it makes this whole session so much more lively. Okay, and rather than me talking, so your responses, your love, your like, your answers down here means a lot to me. Thank you. Okay, all right. Where am I? Okay, so with all those criteria in place, where you are actually trying to overcome your challenges and with the clear objective, you are taking actions, then you are on the path towards the right mindset of date selection. If you don't intend to take any effective actions, effective means proven workable lah, okay? Effective means proven workable. Important thing, say 3 times. Effective means proven workable, okay? You cannot be spending so much time on work and expect your wife to love you. This cannot link. So proven workable means what? You must spend time with your wife before your wife can have chance to love you more. Okay? So must be proven workable. Don't get it like 2 different wrong frequency. Okay, so now let's come. For a date selection, you need to know your personal Bazi information. Who know your own Bazi one? Type a 1. Who don't know your own Bazi one? Type a 0. Who are asking, what Bazi can eat or not? You also type a 0, okay? Because I got friends who are new here, I got friends who are very advanced here also. So if you know your Bazi, type a 1. If you don't know your Bazi, type a 0. Bazi works like this, is called a Bazi. Why Bazi? 8 characters. Why? Which 8? The year, month, day, hour, there are 4 pillars. And each of the 4 pillars, there are 2 main characters. 1 stem, 1 branch. That's why 8 lah. With the 8 character, you have more than 23 million permutations. Okay, so this is called Bazi. Okay, it is based on ancient Chinese art of Chinese metaphysics. They zoom down the year you're born in, the month you're born in, based on the solar calendar, the date, and also the hour. And with that, they derive out the 8 characters, and a lot of things can be shared, said, coach, understood from the 8 characters. Okay. If you don't know, so far only 1 or 2 persons type a 0, the rest all type a 1. Okay, it's good. So if you don't know, there are many apps. Just go and find one apps that can type in your date and time of birth, Angmo or Chinese, no problem, and then you convert the 8 characters for you. Okay, so now moving on. You see the red color down there is called the day master. Okay, it's called the day master. This one, okay, red color, where is the stamp at the day pillar. So that day master is usually the one that's being referenced for the Chen Sha. Okay, let me clarify a bit of history. A bit of history. Many, 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 many years ago, 八字 subject is only pertaining to the three pillars: the year, the month, the date. And at that time, 神煞, or you call it auxiliary stars, okay? 神 means deity, 煞 means killing, deities and killing, something like that, okay? In that time, more than thousands of years ago, not thousands, 1,000+ years ago, is only three pillars, where they emphasize a lot on the year. Then until one fine young gentleman was born, he has been a very popular person reading, applying 八字, the three pillars at the time. He extrapolate into the hours also, and he will make it the four pillars, and apparently he focused more on the day pillar, and apparently that becomes four pillar. And then the 神煞 schools now slowly swayed to the day pillar. After then the guy is called 子平 lah, okay. so 徐子平 okay. And that's the reason why there are some schools of 八字 where they talk 神煞 on the year, and some schools of thought where they talk about 神煞 on the day. That is the historical background, okay. So apparently, the time there's no such thing as a governor to say, come, let me set the standard, and then like ISO, that time there's no such standard. So it just flows along for more than 800, 900 thereafter years, and it's still going to be as if some look at the year, some look at the day. So for today, okay, if you want to keep things simple, just look at the day pillar, okay. If you are not paying attention, after that you're what then too bad, you have to recap, okay. Because so now look at the day, okay. Look at the day, okay. So as to let it be that way, to make things easier as we move on, okay. If you're okay, type okay. If you are okay, type okay. I by heart my own 八字, okay. Okay, so day pillar. Okay, so now with this day pillar, okay, some of you okay, who have the scoring, some of you who have the scoring from me, I actually typed down your 八字 to a particular scoring, okay. And some of you will have it, okay, because if you went through some of my consults or some of my classes or somewhere here and there, you have the scoring, and the scoring is sort of the easiest way to determine whether that day is a good day or bad day, okay. And the scoring looks something like this, okay, where in my template here, okay, for some of y'all who have it, okay, in other template form, the scoring actually says in that particular period which are the high score, which are the low score. For the high score ones, you don't miss the day because it's going to be your great day. For the low score one, I'm not going to ask you to stay at home and cocoon yourself on the bathtub and don't come out to avoid anything. That should not be the way. But the low ones are usually the days when you are more stressful, or the day where usually I would advise avoid making important decisions that ends up with high liability. Or if you still need to make important decisions, at least don't make it alone. Make sure that you're reading a contract, you are making a decisions, you make it in as with some other people. If you are signing a contract, make sure that you got somebody to counter read and proofread the contract so that you avoid blind spot. Okay, if your score is low for the day. So the high and low score is a very good indicator where you look at all the four pillars on the day, and to match and to get a score. So usually a high score, I would say, when you see a pillar that's high enough, it will be a high score lah. Or you see a pink or red in certain other plots, okay, and with me. For those friends who don't have, not to worry, you can still apply 神煞, okay. For those friends who don't have the score, you can still apply 神煞, okay, which is in this way, okay. But a long story short will be, low score one, avoid making important decision lah. But you still need to live your day normally lah. I'm not asking you don't do anything. Sometimes don't do anything, you also end up something, you know. But for those shorter ones are the so-called this is the big one, small one, okay. And the good days will be those good days lah. Okay, so this is what we meant by good days and bad days. And once you're able to identify them, you are able to easily proceed ahead. For those friends who don't have the scoring, don't worry, you can still proceed with Sencha, okay? Now, those good days are meant to be the, we call it the, can you see that? The what days, okay? What means we must not be so shallow. Don't say what always means lottery. No. What means day where it's good for you to take actions, to exchange the energy from the actions into something that you want, whether it's a tangible return or non-tangible return. That is what it meant by what. Okay, in Asia, what means abundance, wonderful, wealthy, good, rich, whatever you call it. Okay. So the high score ones are good days. Okay. So now, in a date selection, you also need to look at, other than the score, you need to look at the typical ones which most of us are familiar, is known to be the 12-day officer and the 28 star constellation. I've covered this topic many a times again, and there are so many notes around everywhere in internet that talks about the 12-day officer and the 28 star constellation. Okay, refer to my previous chapter on the date selection, which I shared somewhere earlier this year. I actually covered a little bit more in depth, so we shall not cover that here. But in to make it easy for you, okay, my plot for you down here, you see on my left, is it on my left of the screen, it also includes inside the 12 days and the 28 stars, in case you want to take reference. Okay, these are the very basic, okay, so that you get to familiarize. Okay, again, I said that again, I should share that more in depth in my previous video. Look for the date selection topic, okay, in Facebook. I think it is still there. Okay, now beyond that, in the art of date selection now, we have this thing called the Donggong, Uncle Dong. Have you heard before? Type a yes if you've heard this before. Type a no if you've never heard. Who? Uncle Dong. Okay. Donggong. Heard before or not? Donggong is actually an art where this gentleman in the ancient time, where he actually collected a lot of statistics. A lot of statistics, and based on that he come up with certain conclusions. Certain days are good, certain days are not good. Okay. And it is based on the month and the day, okay, looking at the branch and the stem, okay, as I've written down here. Ui, a handful of you all never heard of Donggong, okay? It's called Donggong 选择要, okay? So now, it is actually one of the side schools of date selection back then. Again, let me highlight one thing. It different day has different level of auspiciousness, okay, and even the same pillar on this month and on that month can mean different things. So Donggong is very interesting thing. For example, I've written down here a snake day on a dragon month, and then according to the 60 jiazi, if you're familiar with what I'm talking, a little bit of technicalities here, there can be a fire snake day and a water snake day. Both are snake day, but fire snake day on a dragon month is good. Water snake day on a dragon month is not good. Okay, why? That's how it's being written in the Donggong text like that. Okay, who are good in Chinese here? Type a me. Yes. Tang, I know him. Yes, we know him. Just that he don't know us. Okay, who are good in Chinese? Type a me. Who is not good in Chinese? Type a no. Okay, type a yes if you are good in Chinese. Type a no if you're not good in Chinese, because the way they write are usually not the normal Chinese, the 白话文 they call it. It's a bit of a 文言. So when reading those takes a little bit of the brain juice. Not a little bit, okay, big, okay, of brain juice. Okay, until when you read too much, or sometimes you can concuss one. So anyway, this is written in that way. So Donggong is one of the side reference which, for my case, I will usually find it important because I've tested it, and a lot of friends who have tested it, there is some relevancy down there. Okay, so you can consider going around, hunt for this Donggong date selection. Okay, where it tells you certain how to read the stem and the branch of the day tying to the month, and which are the pillars which are good for that month, which are not for that month. Okay, so roughly at this stage now you have an idea. Donggong is one of the side reference, not the main. But it is sometimes it will be handy. Okay, because in Donggong there it writes certain days we should do something not fitting to the context or not good the effect will come 90 days later. Some say 60 days later. Okay, so and certain Donggong days which are very good and very powerful for certain particular aspect, but not for the one or two other aspect. It was also written in that way. So long story short, I make it simple for you with the red and the gray. Okay, that means to say in this plot which I've tried to created for you all, okay, in case you all are interested. Anyway, you can still find it a lot on everywhere. So the red one means good lah. The pink one means not bad. Then the gray one means bad. The dark gray one means very bad. Okay, so there are 4 colors usually. Plus one more the neutral one, okay, which is white in color. So normally when I look for this, I will take reference to that also. Okay, so this how you actually determine what to select on date selection as a reference point. Okay, so now Donggong is one of the thing. Okay, it's a general thing. Okay, general but still specific to the day pillar, not your chart. The day pillar for that day, looking at the month. Okay, Donggong. Then in the date selection, we also going to look at some of the negative stars. Okay, number one negative star, normally I will consider one of it is the Yanggong day. If you want to know what are the Yanggong days, now take a snapshot. I'm going to lower down a bit. Take a snapshot down here. These are the Yanggong days. Okay, and yesterday is known to be the 9 lunar month, or the 25th day of the 9 lunar month. So that being said, yesterday is the Yanggong day lah. If you know the lunar calendar, you can write down, mark down on all your Google calendar, and you keep tracing. It is based on lunar calendar, not the Gregorian calendar. Okay, so if you are interested to also avoid Yanggong day, then you need to avoid Yanggong day lah. Yanggong day, typically, long story short, okay, there are 13 days in a lunar year, which they say should pay more attention to. Pay more attention to what? To probably on things like metaphysics reading. Okay, metaphysics related reading, formal reading, feng shui reading. Okay, so usually anything to pertain metaphysics reading, you avoid Yanggong day. Okay, and I have also experienced before. There's one day which I forget it was a Yanggong quite a while ago, and I go and do a reading for a friend. Apparently there are issues after that. Okay, so yeah, so that's why even though I planned for this session yesterday, I still change it to today, because I don't want to share all this with you on the Yanggong day. Then end up you listen wrongly, or you hear wrongly, or I say things wrongly. Okay, so Yanggong day, okay, it's based on lunar. Okay, and there are 13 days in a month, so usually we avoid metaphysics related. Okay, when I say metaphysics related, it means it can be feng shui or live reading or activations or okay, and so on and so forth. Understand? Okay, so Yanggong day, okay, by this gentleman called Yanggong. A lot of gong now here and there lah. Okay, what's the next day to avoid? Any ideas? The other next days to avoid is actually known to be the month breaker and the year breaker. Okay, Augustine, if you do I Ching on Yanggong days, then you probably write that down in the logbook. Okay, because Augustine is my student. You write that down in the logbook and you observe the result. Okay, and you see how it goes. Okay, okay. And the other day I'm going to share with you to be more aware of is known to be the year breaker and the month breaker. The year breaker, very easy. The branch of that day clashes with the year. It's called the year breaker. The month branch, Control Alternate Delete. I repeat again. The day branch clashes with the year branch is called the year breaker. The day branch clashes with the month branch is called the month breaker. So 2 breaker days. Okay, and this is a generic one. Okay, based on the day, not your birth chart. No, based on the day. Okay, based on the day. Okay, so breaker day, you call it the breaker day lah. Okay, breaker, not broken days. Breaker days. Okay, this is another one which usually when you do stuff on the breaker day, it's there are a few possibility. You don't get it, the result that you're looking for, or you land up at the wrong side, become worse result usually, or your results are good but a bit fuzzy, like not very clear cut. Maybe get prolonged, maybe get delayed, maybe not very clear cut. So usually on the breaker days, you have this kind of telltale signs. Okay, breaker days. So I actually indicate it in the calendar also, so as to avoid every time look here, look there, look everywhere. Forget it. I put it in one calendar. Okay, so normally, but for your case, you can also mark down lah. For example, like now is the ox year, right? So all the sheep days in the ox year until the 3rd of February 2022, where the ox year ends, until then all the sheep days are known to be the what? The year breaker days. Then with now being the dog month, right? Then all the what? All the dragon days were known to be the month breaker days. Okay? เข้าใจ good okay. So now if you got it, understand? Type okay. In case you are lost now, you better tell me something. Can love. Okay. Where am I? Okay. So next, moving on. Some of the general, that's why I put general negative stars that you need to watch out on. Also, okay, will be the this one we call it the Rahu days. Okay, the Rahu days, or some people call it the Master Killing Days. Master Killing Days, 杀尸日啊，杀妻日啊。Okay, there are many different layers for Master Killing Days. Usually on Master Killing Days, we will advise no feng shui related activities. Okay, no feng shui related activities. Once you activate it, it can just be a knockout for you for quite a long period. Okay, I think like, what the hell is happening? Okay, so normally you also don't do like barrier in the ancient time. Okay, in the ancient time, they also try not to do any yin feng shui or tomb barrier or yin feng shui on the Master Killing Days also. Okay, so no feng shui related stuff. No feng shui related stuff on Master Killing Days. Master Killing Days, there are a few different Master Killing Days. So there is a Master Killing Days that's based on year. Okay, a year. Okay, like for example, let me recall. The rat year, in the rat year, all the water rooster days are known to be the Master Killing Day as one of it. The ox year, the wood dog days in the ox years are also known to be the Master Killing Days. Okay, so in different years, that one particular pillar is a Master Killing Day by year. Then there's also the Master Killing Day by season. Okay, by season. Like for example, now is the autumn, right? For autumn, all in the autumn period, all the metal monkey days are known to be Master Killing Days by season. Yeah. Then if you're talking about by day, then it's according to lunar again. So there are many Master Killings. So that's why so many. So end of the day, forget it. I just put it down. But it is searchable online. The authentic ones. If you want to look out for Master Killing Days and avoid doing usually I wrote here feng shui related stuffs. Okay. So these are usually the three ones. Okay, And maybe I will include more in my future versions. Okay, but I highlight these three as the general negative stars. Although there are a few more, okay, but these three to nail it down are pretty much good enough. Okay. Okay, so now with this, so with that, you know that you're able to plot it down. You can do it yourself also. Okay, go and find out the days and go plot yourself. Okay, if you think you want to see this, is easier because you know which are the days got one lousy star or got two lousy stars, or even sometimes three lousy stars. So these are the Yanggong, the breaker days, and also the master killing days. There are a lot of master killing days, okay, in a year. It's not like Yanggong 13 days in a year kind of. Master killing are a lot more, okay, and they are like a bit random like that, okay, but there are formulas to it, okay. So now, in the how. So sometimes in the art of Shen Sha, you got Shen Sha, okay, deity and killing, or auxiliary stars. You guess how many auxiliary stars are there in the context? You just guess. Net around how many? Maybe 10, 20, maybe 50, 60. Roughly guess how many Shen Sha are there in the art of Chinese metaphysics. So guess, make a guess lah. Come, there are more than 100 of you here leh. Come, make a guess. How many Shen Sha are there? 10, 12, 20 plus, 60 plus, 25 Shen Sha leh. Ooh. Jason, 50? No. Jeannie, 20? No. Is my internet a bit laggy? Is it laggy? I realize a bit. NCAR, more than 100. Yes, there are more than 100. In fact, technically, there are more than 250. There are more than 250 Shen Sha. Okay, easily 300 also. Okay, Mona, you like 168. Huh? So, there are easily 200-300 of them. Okay. And when I say easily, that means there are more lah. Okay. And if you look at the text, you will find that you are so way overwhelmed sometimes when you're trying to understand Shen Sha. And let's talk about the one major Shen Sha first. Okay, the one major Shen Sha that we always. What is the number one star that you always be interested to know about? Okay, what is the number one star? Tap. What is the number one star that you will be of most interested to know, that you always be asking for, looking for, to seek, to get? And just choose one. Satu. Is that the one star that you always? Tang, Noblemen. Yes. What else? What about the rest? What about the rest? Noblemen. Noblemen. Everybody talk about noblemen nowadays. And noblemen, if you do it right, it also leads to wealth. Okay? Yes. You see, we are all the same breed of people. That's why I also prepare for you noblemen. Okay? Called noblemen. 天意贵人. Okay? Heavenly Yi. Okay? Heavenly Yi is about noblemen. For us, salty poo. For us to be on the same page, let me clarify first. When we are trying to look for noblemen, there are a few criteria. Okay, you're interested to know or not? Type yes if you are interested to know. When we are talking about noblemen, there are a few criteria which is important to know. Okay. Number one, you want noblemen because you want them to help you. But do you expect people to guess around what is in your mind? What help do you need? I think you need this help. We don't do that. When we need help, we open our mouth and ask for help. True or true? Do we guess around? You guess what I want? You guess lah. People slap you off. When we want help, we open our mouth and ask for help. Then the second criteria is when there are people who are willing to come over and help, we need to select and accept being helped. Because I got some people who are really so stuck up. Come, let me help you. They'll say, no, it's okay. I don't want to owe you any favor. Then then so go on with life, Lord. Then. So when you open your mouth and ask for help, assuming, then you must be able to select and accept help lah. Some people the nose are so high, it's okay. I am not used to owe people favor. It's okay. I can settle myself. It's okay. Can you just leave me alone? Then too bad lah. Then whatever help that comes to you can go nowhere also lah. Then the third thing is about this. When you ask for help, people come and help and offer their help, assuming they are the right guys. Nobody is saying that they are always the man on white horse or white armor. They can be idiot people. They can be scumbag. They can be mafia people. They help you, you owe them a favor, you move on. That's about all. It is never going to be a case where you're going to fall in love with them, okay? Don't need, okay? They help you, owe them a favor, move on. So they can also be people where they kick your butt to get the things moving. You want to prove to them that you can do it. End of the day, you solve the problem. End of the day, you get the problem resolved. You gao tim also. Okay? So end of the day, you may hate them, but because of them, you get your problem solved. They are also per se noblemen, but the unlikable ones. So nobody say nobleman is always likable and lovely. Okay? That being declared and shared. Okay, now noblemen. Do you know how many ancient verses are there describing noblemen? Make a guess. Let's say you go to internet and search 天意贵人口诀. Okay, the script, how they define noblemen. Okay, how many noblemen descriptions are there online? I went to did a search. Okay, there are 4 noblemen definition. 4 noblemen definition. Okay. Hey, who's angry face with me? I saw angry face just now. You whoever that got fat thumb, please, or fat finger, please go and make sure you press the right love, please. Okay. Okay. Anyway, everybody's looking for noblemen. You can find noblemen on earth or heaven or human aspect. Okay. So now, how there are 80? No. How many different definitions of noblemen are there? Actually, when you go online, you search, there are 4. There are 4 definitions of noblemen. All look pretty much the same leh. If you understand Chinese, you take a read lah. You tell me, hey, look like same but different, no? These are all the definition trying to describe the one statement. You know, in the past, when they're talking about passing on the secret many years ago, they are passing by mouth, Sometimes they write down, but only to the disciples. Openly, they say other things to screw you up, to confuse you. So end of the day, which one is correct? You never know also. So now you know, just noblemen alone, there are 4 different definitions. Which one is correct? Are you aware? Am I blocking? Can I just shift? You see down here? There are 4 different kind of noblemen which looks like the same, but they are not the same. Same war. Let me read to you. First one, 甲戊牛庚羊. Second one, 甲戊丙牛羊. Third one, 甲戊庚牛羊. Fourth one, 甲戊连牛羊. The first 5 words in each of the 4 are already different. And because of that, it can mean different things, Do you know that? They summarize into a verse of the complex stuff. Then a lot of meanings are there. Every single word twisted are totally screwed. So now, let me tell you then. Who says ancient stuff are always correct? Because in the ancient time, without internet, it's already so confusing. Confusingly confusing people. Do you know that? In the ancient time, it's already out to confuse. So until our time now, in the internet, we are able to compile and we have all the different versions. So people in the past are also damn bloody confused. Confused. And with the internet world, we're able to combine, and now, which is correct? Shall we use the dice and throw and just tikam and see which one is correct? Okay, make a guess. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make a guess. Which one do you think is correct? Just guess lah. Just guess. if you don't get the formula right, you'll always be fundamentally wrong. And when people write formulas, there must be certain statistics proven one, okay, in the past. So, which one do you think is correct? I also can't guess, KT says 2. What about the rest? Just guess. Cecilia says number 1 is correct. Hey, there are more than 100 of you here. Come, let's guess. Which one do you guess? 1, 2, 3, or 4? 1 is the top, 4 is the bottom. Just make a guess. I will tell you the answer anyway. You tell me if you guess it correct, then you got Noblemen Yuan. You guess? Okay. See, nobody's guessing. Saikan says 3. Okay, now all looks pretty much the same, but they mean different. Then I'm going to bring you down to who, for those learners here, okay? Learners type a me. Learners means you are diving into the technicalities. Type a me if you are a learner, or you want to learn it for your own self, to do it for your own self. If you are a learner, type a me, so that I know how many of them are learners. If there are no learners here, then I'll move faster. Okay. Any learners here? You see, in the ancient text, only one. Oh, okay, there are a few coming up. Okay, now, in the ancient text, we refer back to this text called the San Ming Tong Hui. Okay, San Ming Tong Hui was written during the Ming Dynasty. Ming Dynasty lasted from, I think, 1368 until 16 something 1368 until 1644. So now, with the San Ming Tong Hui, it says a lot about there are many commentaries inside that whole compilation, okay, where they combine all the 8 schools of Chinese metaphysics all lumped together, okay, in the Ming Dynasty. It was written in the Ming Dynasty. The book looks like this, okay. So if you're interested, now, have you opened one of these before? Who have go and see the San Ming Tong Hui, the authentic version? Who have go and see the San Ming Tong Hui in the authentic version? Because it looks like this, where it says 论天意贵人. 论天意贵人. That means talking about, hey, my camera is a bit is it can you see me? Maybe later, wait, come. Okay, anyway, adjust by itself later. So, okay, now, in this 论天意贵人, you see down there? This is the ancient authentic text. And with that, then I look for it, the 天意贵人, so that to know which of the 4 are correct, then when you are going to search on the readings, then end of the day, you need to find and compare, I find something down here, okay, so these 2 are correct. When these 2 are correct, okay, that means to say I rule out 2 which are wrong. Totally wrong, these 2. So with the 2 that are wrong, left with 2, it's only 2 left. And I keep searching. Then it says about this statement and compare and the next page also. So they're not like side by side, One verse down here, one verse at the other side, the green color. Then the second statement is correct. Then I look at the third verse, it is still correct. Then look at the fourth verse, it is still correct. Then finally, if you want to aim down the 5th verse, it says, this is correct. 六星逢马虎跟六星逢五马 are 2 different things, So end of the day, you end up the wrong formula if you take the wrong one. And it's all about human to mouth passing down. So you don't end up screwed with the wrong one because mouth to mouth passed down. So referring back to the text, you got a more affirmed confirmation you got it right. So end of the day, heavenly E, you got the right formula. That means one is out, left with this one. So end of the day, the third one is the correct. You see, internet are spreading with all the different verses. So ancient verse in internet are already existing with fundamental mystics. So in the past, when people are passing down by mouth, you also think you just the blind follow the blind. Okay. So by the way, who took O levels down here? Type me if you took O levels many years ago, maybe the examination O level. Type me if you took O levels. Okay. Please type in what do you score for your Chinese when you do your O levels. Your Chinese grade, okay? 1, 2, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. Okay. 7 means you fail already. Type in your Chinese grade for O level. Because when hey Lucy, you F9 okay, I got a B4. And then what type in your grade? Type in your grade. Okay, because when I study O level, I took 2 rounds of O level for Chinese. For both rounds, I think my second round I failed, so they take a better one. My Chinese is a C5. I scored a C5 for my Chinese, and I still need to read that kind of freaking text. So it's like so all of you are A1, B2, 3. A majority of you are A1, 2, 3, and 4. You are way better in Chinese than me. Supposedly. Okay. So reading a text to you should not be a problem. You can try to go and read the text, okay? Okay. Alright. So now that's only for 天意 then. But this is the verse that was confusing people. So then I refer back to this text called the 四库全书. Just to introduce to you for those learners, since you are learning, right? Go to the source. In the 四库全书, right, where this is actually a compilation by Qianlong. This is actually a compilation by Qianlong. Okay, 四库全书. The time I think he was also quite pissed off with all the different things that's being said at everywhere different. So end of the day, he's trying to do a compilation to say the right stuff, to get to the source of correct information. So end of the day, he go and compile this 四库全书. It took him quite a long time for his guys to compile this one. Okay, and you know what? In this 四库全书, you have one book called the 心学大成, where it's about metaphysics, which is very important. And what it says inside was this. Okay, 星辰大学 is very important if you want to study about life chart reading and stars. Okay, the great compilations of the stars which was actually from the Ming Dynasty, but he compiled it nicely, and there's a lot of compilation that talks about the deities and the sharp inside here. 星辰大学. Okay, and inside I go and find again. So the heavenly Yi, they have this definition, which they split it up into the 周贵人 and the 叶贵人, and that forms the fundamental of what we are seeing now. If you follow me, okay, and you see the way they write are so different, So see me Niu, see me Ma, all this they all wrote it very differently, but it's written inside. I type it up for you already. Can you see it? Okay. So now, then since the compilation by Qianlong, they split this up into 2. Nice split up. And in this 星辰大学, they split up already. But then in this textbook, called the 协记编方书, you know how the 星辰大学, okay, looks like this, 星辰大学 looks like this, okay. Then the 协记编方书, really, if you think you want to read, you can read, okay, no problem one. Okay, you will get to the source, okay, of how all these are like. And when you go and analyze further the 协记编方书, it says about this, okay, that you have to read and 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 read. And what happened? After reading all those, then you'll be able to understand fully. Simi, what the hell is Noblemen? And they summarize into a picture also for you, where they also split into the yin and the yang Noblemen. For those who love to study, like that. You can, and at the end of the day, you got this formula. And the yin and the yang have actually the yin and the yang heavenly Yi are arranged in this way. The first one is actually the yang, the second row is actually the yin. And a lot of people got it wrong actually still. And this according to ancient texts. You can do it for yourself lah. Okay? So now, let me ask the question. Who wants to do this for yourself? One type one. Who are like, hey, is there a simpler way? Type a two. For in case you are all learners, right? So I'm asking a question to all now. Do you think you want to go through those? If you are still very interested to read text, ancient, and to dive in to figure out for yourself, type of one, then you are really authentic learner. Then if you think I just want to apply the stars, is there a simpler way, type of two. Because different people will work differently, you see. And if you think you want to read text, you have to spend time, assuming you understand Chinese, and those are 文言, you are able to then be able to dig in. So majority wants two. Give me, I also prefer two. Okay, now, you see, the 四库全书, these two texts are the very important texts which says a lot about 神煞. If you are interested, go and find it, purchase it, and go and read it. Okay, 星城大学 cost a couple of hundreds. Then 协记, if you want the hardcover, also cost probably Singapore, I think coming to around 100. I think so. Okay, but there are many stars. Okay, there are many stars. If you want to talk about one of the stars, the great consumer. Okay, now great consumer usually applies big loss. It consumes you a lot. So if your day branch, okay, is a rat, then your great consumer star will be the horse according to the chart. If your day branch is an ox, then the great consumer will be sheep, and so on and so forth. So great consumer stars usually incurs what big spending, that which depletes you off. It also usually means financial losses. Okay, and if you don't control it well, it will be financial losses unexpectedly. Okay, so to convert the loss to a good cause, usually you take actions and you invest in the money for a purpose that you're educated with due diligence being done. That loss is intended for you to gain back later, yes. But if the lost star comes knocking onto you and you are being passively in reaction mode, then you are highly in the loss and lost control. So when to look for a great consumer star, you look at this table to look at your pillar, the day pillar, which are the one that sits with your day branch. Okay, if you are with me, type okay. If you think you are getting to learn something now, give me a love. Okay, so now this is called great consumer star. So again, if you are looking for because we need to conserve our energy, our finances, our resources, our commitment, so as to be able to prepare ourselves for a longer journey in case there are surprises. So this is how we look out for great consumer stars. So now take a snapshot so that you are able to know which are your great consumer. 大号, okay? 大事好损. Now moving on, one of the stars in 神煞 which I need to highlight also, usually is also known to be the 白虎, white tiger. In 奇门 you also got this white tiger. In everywhere you also see this white tiger, but they are all somewhat of maybe different definitions. Okay, white tiger is a star that is usually pertains to health or bodily injuries or bleedings, or maybe also small losses and accidents. Usually not accident. Usually health related and bleeding. Okay, not accidents. So now it also involves losses, offending petty people that's making a hell, screwing you up. Okay, so with the white tiger, if you let's say have a day branch being a pig, then your white tiger star is actually the sheep. Okay, and let's say if your day branch is actually the snake, the white tiger is the ox, which is this year. Okay, so that's why certain years, certain timing, or certain days, you need to be more careful with what you are dealing with your whole well-being and health and body, so that you don't get involved into stupid things like overeating, dangerous sports, reckless driving, kind of stuff. Okay, so that's how we are trying to look out for white tiger stars in order to keep us on the safer side. Okay, usually care, attention and awareness will be able to help us a lot. Okay, so white tiger is different from in feng shui. The tiger down there in feng shui, Eileen, and the tiger here are same tiger word but different tiger. Okay, but they still use 左青龙右白虎. I don't know why in the past they like white tiger, like white color tiger. I don't know why they just despise yellow color tiger. Okay. anyway, okay. So just being aware can mitigate a lot of stuff, and you need to take care, stay away from dangerous spots. So if you are, let's say, a your snake day branch, sorry, then you need to be aware of whatever dangerous spots that you're doing for this year. Oxma, okay, and being able to be more aware can actually evade a lot of stuff already. All right, okay. Then moving on, this is for health. The next one is actually the leopard tail. Leopard tail is one of the many mo tun tun. Because mo tun tun out of nowhere, you step onto people's tail, you step onto people's toe, then they just spring out and they just howl on you lah. So it is really about you step on the wrong toes, or you offended people sometimes without you even knowing that. And with that offense taken place, a lot of things coming to you is going to be a hell. Okay, so usually, so if you, let's say in the day branch, you have a sheep, you are born with a sheep in your day branch, then ox is going to be your leopard tail lah. So that means what? Usually when you how to avoid or refrain or tone down, usually try to avoid harsh words, or try to be more tactful. Don't just blurt out any words that comes to your mind, and try to be more sensitive with people. Then you will probably be in the right direction to avoid ending at the wrong side of the curve. Okay. So far, are you all learning something? Love, like, and type a yes if you are learning something. This year I have to walk on eggs. Okay. So leopard tail is usually a star where once you activate it or step on somebody who's already there and you still can poke them, then you are in for a peaceful journey. Okay. Now the next star usually I want to highlight, which is I think is worthwhile to highlight, is this Fei Lian. Fei Lian is quite a flying chase, and this star is actually known to be a 谣言毁谤, okay, in Chinese, which is called a slandering star. So it indicates usually stuff like bad luck, trivial frustrations resulting from issues with people. People say stuff which are not so true, or say stuff which you need to prove that you are innocent, or petty people saying stuff which sounds unpleasant and end up in quarrel. So all these little flying arrows in politicking is known also to be flying chases. So now, according to the text, the ancient text down here, I just look it up for you. Okay, so again, if you are having a pig branch in your day pillar, then it's the ox year now also that is a flying chase, or also the ox days, or also the ox month. Okay, so now that's how you are going to watch out on certain period. Do what is needed, avoid doing what you can avoid by being aware. Then you can avoid a lot of issues in your life already. Okay, Aggie, yeah, ox is my greatest. No, normally greatest enemy, Aggie is your greatest love, right? If you're a tiger in the year pillar, okay, today let's focus on the day, okay, 生肖 day, okay. So now, flying chase is usually about people to people quarrels, not in alignment and kind of stuff. So watch out. Okay, the next star is actually heavenly blessing. Heavenly blessing is a star that says 人运家园 or 缘家, okay? So it's a good star with people around, to gather around people. So if you are a lone ranger, you like to isolate yourself 23 hours out of the 24, then you got a problem. You can't enjoy this star. By actions, you cannot ride on it. If you have a heavenly blessing stars, you should mix with people and get more goodness and happiness through the mixing. Although maybe one or two little misunderstanding, but you got more good than the bad. So heavenly blessings, friends, are friends which having a monkey day pillar. You are going to have the ox also as your heavenly blessing. So again, you need to look at the ancient text to make sure you got the formulas right, or else you're going to screwing going the wrong path. So conceptually, you are able to gain something now, knowing where are the chart to look at, and in reference, what are the signs, the zodiacs, the branches that say, so that you can hunt for that. So again, this heavenly blessing is really a great start. It's also a good start when you're trying to tie the knot, also trying to have more good news, being happy with people around you, social events, social online events. The only thing is try to maintain the certain level of sincerity, okay, and avoid being too superficial. Okay, heavenly blessing. Do you guys want more? Type a yes, you want more. Type okay, enough if you think it's enough, so I can move on. I got a lot of things to cover today. Okay, it's going to take 2 hours, I think. So yep, enough. Okay, enough. Then I move on. Okay, so hopefully all these are good enough stars so that you are able to. Okay, you want more. Okay lah. Okay, we cover a few more. Hong Luan. Hong Luan means great matchmaker. So according to the text, it means it's a relationship star, 关系吉星, okay, and it's meant for bonding. So bonding stars is good for relationship, bonding with somebody important. So usually in the ancient text, they use this star for romantic purpose. But I think in the modern day context, as long as it's a one-to-one, bonding with your spouse, yes, bonding with your lover, no problem, bonding with your partner, bonding with your boss is also one-to-one, bonding with a client, you can also apply these stars technically, because there's an element of increasing likability factor. It's all about increasing likability factor. So if you want to write on the bonding star, let's say now is the dog month, coming will be the pig month. Then for those who are actually having the dragon as your day pillar, then you're in for a ride when November months come, where the pig month arrives, you are in a bonding mode. Okay, but now, so, or any of the pig days for you will also do the job. Okay, so Hong Luan Sing is usually a stars that you can create the likability, especially with somebody important, to just close the gap, bridge the connection. Okay. Now another stars which I need to highlight is the heavenly virtue. Everybody also loves heavenly virtue. No heavenly E, you also look for heavenly virtue. So now heavenly virtue, I call it the 天助解难, okay, where it's about overcoming. In the ancient text, when people talk about heavenly virtue, it is usually about there is an element of heaven's help, divine intervention, okay, and also is meant to resolve negativity. So in that sense, blessings from heaven, intervention from heaven, resolve negativity. A lot of people loves it second after heavenly E. Okay, and people who wants to hope for miracles, yes, heavenly virtue, you can actually look for it. Okay, so now this is one of the important stars. Okay, so usually when we hunt for heavenly virtue, it is important to know which are the days which have heavenly virtue that sits right with your birth chart, so as to get it right. It's also good for spiritual advancement, spiritual awareness, spiritual progress, when you're trying to clear certain obscuration on your spiritual practice, on your meditation, on your religious path, you can go for heavenly virtue days. All right, and also it's a good day to do good deeds. Okay, so that amazing things and miracles can come your way. Okay, so now you got this table. Take a snapshot, so that you know, and it is important. So far, are you all gaining something? Give me love, like. Okay, I have been yearning for love and like. Okay, does it have enough time? Oh my gosh. Okay, now I prepared a lot actually, but let me see. Okay, let's see. Moon. Okay, by the way, I need to tell you one thing. Heavenly virtue, 天德, is different from heavenly virtue noblemen, 天德贵人. These two stars are different. Okay, in case you're wondering how come you can see this formula sometimes, you see that formula at the other times, I repeat again. 天德 and 天德贵人 are two different stars. Okay, so that now when you know, how do I know? I read the text ma. So now you just to tell you so that you don't get yourself confused. Okay, so this 天德 is based on this formula. Okay, 天德贵人 is based on another formula. Okay, so now this table, the table does not change. Okay, okay, so now moving on. Moon virtue. For moon virtue, okay, according to the text also, these are the stars. And moon virtue is good. I call it the 因慈化解, where it's a benevolent star. Benevolent star means it's a forgiving star. It's a good star to resolve problem, resolve negativity, to move on in your life by letting go certain things that's biting on, consuming you, yourself, ourselves. So it is good also for a star to help you in your career, in your wealth planning. Okay, so this star is more of a mental star, and usually we will, it is a more of a subtle one, a subtle star. So the mental capacity, the wisdom needs to come and play for you to be totally able to ride on this star and do the right activities that is about this star. So mental clearance, mental clarity, mental tenacity, mental capacity, moon virtue is good. Okay. All right. Any more? Okay, I think so far enough. Okay. Now, so in these two texts, 星辰大学 and the 邪记变方书, which is under, these are the two very highly sought after metaphysics books when you talk about date selection. Okay, under the 四库全书. Okay, you can do your own research on this way. Refer to the ancient text and do it yourself. Do you want to go through this? Because now, who wants to go through referring to the text? Type me. Who don't want, type don't want. So that I know whether you belong to which group. So I can decide to tell you which one more. So if you want to refer to this text, type a yes. If you don't want to refer to this text, anything simpler, type a no. Okay. But anyway, for those friends, I have told you where to look for, how to search the correct one. Okay, you know the way now and the source to do all this. Okay, and if your Chinese is good, carry on. Okay, if your Chinese is no good or you don't understand Chinese, I don't think there is somebody compiling Qianlong's compilation into English yet. Maybe you can try Google Translate if you can find the text version. And also, I think a lot of you, no. Yeah. So far, I didn't see a English translated version of the ancient text. The text that looks like this. Okay. So now, I think and I believe a lot of y'all want the layman version. Agree with me not? Type a big one if you prefer a more layman one. Layman, just give me the layman. I can just grab and go. Type a 1 if you think you prefer that. Because initially when I go through this, I also drop a lot of hairs, die a lot of brain cells. Like a lot of cuckoo days. Wow. So when I prepare this for you, I also do my own research on it. I can manage to find the stars in the whole compilation. The whole compilation is really thick one. Hello friends, hello. Okay. So now, okay, I have done a simpler one for you, okay, to save your time and to save you from the massive brain juice and damage, okay, to match your good days to your 八字. Okay, I'm going to show you how this can be potentially done. Okay, so now the way to do is this, okay, to save you from brain damage. So there's a simpler way, and the simpler way is actually about actually I look at the whole telegram. Yesterday you asked 74% are here just to know how to apply the stars, mainly for your own objective, whether for health, for career, for wealth, for what, love, happiness. And yeah, 37% are here to understand more technicalities, which I've shown you. I've taught you the way. You can consider going deep dive. Okay, you can hug it like a pillow into your what you call that, the pillow, and you sleep lah. Maybe next day you can see more stars. Okay. But majority are here just to apply the stars. Okay, so the answer is yes. Okay, there's a simpler way, and I actually compiled a lot of stars for you. Okay, now it goes in this way. There are many more stars. Okay, and I selected the few key ones which matters a lot to us in our modern day context. Okay, and just now I showed you how many stars, maybe 10 plus. Okay, I actually have compiled into this list, and these are all the stars that pertains to the auxiliary stars that pertains to self, and I put it into layman terms for you. Okay, about to receive help, about serving others, help them to help you, which are the good days. Stars about happiness, some stars about scholarly advancement, maybe for your kids or for you who trying to get the government scholarship, and maybe a stars that says bouncing back. Bouncing back means you're at the FF rock bottom. You want to bounce up to be stronger, to get ahead. Okay, how to stay alive, you bounce back. Okay, like tiger. That also got stars that says resolve, where you need to fold sleeve and try to do it in a way to get your hands dirty to solve the problem. And the stars that says about recognition, that day is a day where you can consider you got a high recognition star, so that people can see you. It's quite a pain in the ass when you work like hell, and you every time got shit stuff to do, you run ahead, and end of the day, at the end of the year, when the appraiser comes, nobody can see you. So you want recognition star. How to write on the recognition stars? Okay, and there's also a stars that says about overcoming. Overcoming means what? Getting the courage to overcome your fear to get ahead and solve problem. And there's a star that says windfall. Who wants to have windfall in your life? Type of me. Of course, windfall also depends on a bit on our karma and our merits and stuff. But who wants windfall? Type of me. Who don't want a windfall? Type of no. Then I think you are on the wrong earth. Okay, windfall star. Okay, down here. You see a windfall star on top? Yeah. Okay. And also there's a star at the many. Okay, easily there are, don't know, I think there are 30s down here. 40s, I don't know. So there are many stars down here where you can try to take advantage of. And for windfall, you gain already, you can donate everything out. Nobody's stopping you. Okay. So now, who is that? So, and there are many stars, the courage stars, the progressing up stars, and team leader stars means stepping forward, and also a playful star. You see a playful star down here? A playful star somewhere near the self-word. A playful star means what? A day where you can act blur. Tei gong, tei xiao. Okay. In Hokkien, got it. Feign ignorance. Act cute. I got it. Okay. Where your boss asks you, hey, Marcus, where's the father OB? Oh, is it, boss? Oh, so sorry. I thought you asked it for next week. Act blur, feign ignorance, act cute. Tei gong. Up to you to say. Okay. That's one playful star here. And also a star that says about culinary. Cooking, where you're using your cooking skills to do good for what you are pursuing. Isn't that good? So people are cook very well. So maybe can invite people in, or they share a lot of the cooking stuff so that they get themselves more well liked by certain people because they start to share their cooking. There's also certain stars you need to be careful of: procrastination or big loss. Big loss is the same size just now. The what we call that? Great consumption. Okay. And also, there's a procrastination star that you need to watch out. And also litigation stars, where you don't want to get to the wrong side of the of the law. All these stars are down here. Injury stars, stress stars, restless stars. So all these are for the self. Okay, and if you have questions pertaining to career and wealth, who wants to know some of the important stars that is directly impacting your career, your wealth, your money, type of me. You want to know? You want to know about the important few stars? Because these self are for generic everything about you. But anything to do with money, to do with wealth, okay, I park it all under here. Type of me if you want to know more. And it's here. Okay? Career and wealth, okay? It's about the wealth and title star. Which are the days where you have the wealth and title star sitting around? Which are the days it's good for you to move around and say hi and connect and do stuff. Through the network, you get your net worth, okay? And certain days that is good for planning, certain days which you need to get the attention in the right place so as to get what you're trying to get for your career. And there are also certain days where there are big changes and also loss. And also contractual challenges which I need to highlight on certain days so that you avoid high liability, signing the wrong stuff in the contract, okay? And also about social star. Yes, social star is important. And social stars, so that you get into the right mood with more people, the right people, so that you'll be able to progress faster in life, so as to be able to move, to get yourself the right help with the right connections. It's all the stars down here. When does the stars to shine your charisma? When is the stars? Fast connection means what? Fast connection just means how to set in the right first impression. But if you do it wrongly, it can also mean unwanted attention, but that's what you call that? Maybe a fling. So if you think that day you don't want to be set in the wrong fling, then be careful. Okay. So all these stars are actually there for you to select or to avoid. So now with all these stars, I put it together. It's all in one table, like on the one on the left. You see on the left here? So it's all down there. And end of the day, you are going to see the different colors down here, where the dark red means very good, the pink means good, the gray means bad, the dark gray means very bad. Can you see here? So that every single stars with the English word, the layman, and the Chinese word, layman, you also got to see the intensity of the stars, so that you go for the red color. So the red color means plus plus usually. The pink color means a plus. Then the gray color means a minus. The dark gray means a minus minus. So you want to avoid the minus minus. You want to, as much as you can, write on the plus plus. Now you got it. So and also in the calendar, I also do something extra for you. Okay, that is this. So now you see, the good ones and the bad ones, you know where to look for, what to avoid. And at the same time, every single day got the good generic directions. Good generic directions. So I also put it down here, okay, down here, which are for nobility, for manifestations, for health, for wealth, and for relationship. You can actually search for this also and do it on your own if you know Chiman, if you do it on your own. But actually compile it down here so that every day you know the stars which are good, okay, so that you can do this for yourself, and you can, and it's easier, you save your time. But even to compile, yes, you can do so also. And these are the general good directions for the day. Okay, so that it saves you time for hunting around left, right, and up, down. And also one thing that is this. So when you see the direction, what you can consider doing is just sit down here, and the direction, if it says that day you want to look for the wealth star, the wealth star says northeast, so you sit down here with the back facing northeast, and you do that action for the day. Okay, for the day. And do you think it's enough? Type a yes if you think this is enough. Type a no if you think this is not enough. A lot already leh. So with the good score, the good stars, and then after that, now the good direction, is it enough? Type enough if you think it's enough. Okay. No, yeah lor, no lor, Eileen, correct. Hour is important. So I also do this for you. That, see, hour is important. So I have also the hour chart, the nobleman hour for each day. The nobleman hour means for that day, your nobleman star for that day which is the hour, which is the period. I also highlight for you. You cannot see, I balloon it up for you, okay? The hour is the hour that you need to take action. So if you see a certain particular day, and that day says 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., 9 p.m. to 11 p.m., that means that timing is the best, where you have the nobility hour. Okay, the hour of noblemen. Then I zoom it down to hour. Eileen, Suibo. Okay, so with that hour down here, you are able to near it down. Okay, if you think you cannot get to the hour, then at least until the day lah. But all the way it goes down by layer. So you can see from here now, go up by layer, and you are able to do things for yourself. Okay, and end of the day, you see, I promise you, 八字 matching with days, right? So now, this is how you can apply. Okay, for friends who want to do it on yourself, you can also. For friends who want the easier way out, I'm also telling you also, so that you know, especially for friends who are first timer here. Okay, now, you see, there's only two way, usually two way you can apply date selection. Number one is you have no influence on the date. For example, the interviewer wants to interview you on a particular date. The client wants to meet you only on that day. Your boss wants to have a meeting with you only on that day. And that one you can't influence much, right? So option one, you have something which you cannot influence. Okay. Option two is you can choose a good date for the action. So there's only two selections. Okay, are you with me now? Are you with me? So again, two selection. You can choose a date or you cannot choose a date, which is good. So there are only two usually. So now, coming from the angle of what to do when you cannot choose your great days. What to do when you cannot choose your great days. So the way to do is this. Listen very carefully. If you cannot choose your good days, you carry on. You can't stop the world from rotating, right? So what to do? Now listen very carefully. With that chart, you can do this. Example, case 1. Your boss want you to meet an important client on the 8th of November. Hey, you can't choose, right? Hey, client, 8 is not a good day. Can I meet you on the 20th or not? I think the boss will slap you off first. Then the client will slap you the other side. Okay, don't do this. So if you think 8 so be it, 8 what else can you do? Then you go and see what. You see the calendar down here? Okay, so since you can't choose a date straightforward, you just dive into 8th of November and you see what are the stars for the 8th of November. And when you see the 8th of November, right, you cannot choose, then you don't care already. You cannot choose, you don't care whether it's a good day or a bad day. You have to see what else you can do. Always remember, do what you can still do. Do what you can still do. Important, Don't just hang on to, it's a breaker day, it's a Yanggong day, boss, can you don't arrange me? The boss also choy little side, hey. Don't do this kind of thing, okay? When this date is given to you, not convenient to change, you move on. And 8th of November, what do? You check on the positive and negative stars, and you find out what are on the 8th based on your chart, which is already there. And it says, there is these 3 stars. So now let's dive in. You got a progressing up star. You got a suspicious star. You got a recruitment star. So end of the day, it will probably means this. That day, if you are meeting your client, there's a star that says able to progress forward. Okay, good. At least it's a good star. But there's a suspicious star. So a suspicious star can come from 2 possible things. You are overly suspicious on the client, or the client also suspicious on you, your capability, or are you the right guy? So you must do your homework to reduce that doubt possibly on your client, so that you mitigate in case it happens, because there's a suspicious star. Okay, 疑鬼多虑. Okay, so it also means that you have to do your due diligence in advance to make sure that they are not over worrying. You being they being your clients, you are able to deliver so that they don't worry too much. 多虑. And also do all whatever you need to do to prove your credentials. before the meeting, so that you don't screw up in the meeting, so that you can still do something. Okay, so and I'll still be updating this along the way. But then the key thing is there's also a star success recruitment issue. So that means if you screw up, the client wouldn't want you. So now that means what? You have to do something in advance before the date to mitigate the possibility of any last minute surprises that ends up they are not so convinced by you, or they are overrunning with your capability. So patch that gap up. If yes, done it well, you are able to progress with the guy. Then at least you know what are the things you can do. You avoid the price of ignorance on hindsight, what you should have done. No, the stars is really sitting down there. So you prep yourself what to do, and you avoid the possible wrongdoing for the day. Okay, and you don't say stuff that invites their attention unnecessarily to arouse their suspicion. Okay, so now and with that, moving on, you look at the direction good for the day, and on that day, 8th of November, you realize that your nobility and the wealth direction is actually at the southwest. So on that day, dealing with your client, you sit back facing southwest, where you have two good stars, the nobility and the wealth together. And while you have prepped well, based on your birth chart, you also at the same time tap onto your nobility at the same time. Then you look at, but my boss arranged the day, but can I influence the timing? Then you can say, the nobleman hour is 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. Unless you're doing online with your client in the US, then you're very good. Because it's like 12 hours behind. Or else, let's say in your country, local time, you cannot be meeting your client at 1 a.m. Unless you're going for drinking. So 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. is a good hour, where there's a nobleman hour. Okay, so that means what? On that day, you know what to prep, you know what to be careful to avoid. At the same time, on that day, southwest back facing is the way to go, or even better, at the southwest corner of that Starbucks or that meeting room, and then you aim for the 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. So now that's how you progress and position the day. So is this an example that allows you to understand better? So hope that this is. Another example is this. Let's say, for example, you are arranged for an interview on the 19th of November. This is another situation where you cannot choose the date, right? So what you can do, using what you have already gone through, the good stars for the day, that you can research for yourself. If you want to do it on your own compilation, you can. But this is how you can use it. So looking at that day, you can do this for yourself also. You don't need my template if you think you can settle this yourself, seriously, because I have pointed to you the where to look for the text. Now, you see, going for interview. So let's say on the 19th of November, you are being called in for an interview. Then, then look at 19, no? On the 19th calendar, since you cannot choose the date, carry on. And look at the good stars. Where are the good stars for the day? And with the good stars, you probably identified 3 stars down here. You have 3 stars. And what are they? Let's zoom in. You have a receiving help 2+, which means the good stars, the red color. And you also have a procrastination star, 2-. And also a stress star, 1-. So what you need to do for the interview, be very careful on one thing. In the interview, you're actually able to receive help and support. So during your interview, you try to be yourself, but whenever the question is not clear, you can ask them, excuse me, can you repeat your question so that I'm clear what you're asking, so that I can answer it properly? Or after answering a question, you can also say, did I answer your question? So as to reaffirm that it addresses what they're looking for. So by doing that exchanges, you are helping them to help you to get better answers. It is also helping you to give them better description, so that you're selling yourself that you are able to do the job and pass for the interview. So, and you got a good stars, plus. One of the things is this procrastination. So you have to be a bit more careful on a few things about procrastination. Number one, you are not your natural self when answering some questions. For example, if they ask you, why do you leave your company, or what is the amount that you're looking for, you don't and then in the end you give them a certain sense of not feeling nice, that you are delaying your answer, you're not being impromptu and natural. So any sign of procrastination during interview, you have to watch out. I'm not saying you have to rush into answers, but be your natural self. But at the same time, don't delay your answers, and also don't try to delay also the time to start work too much. That's beyond their acceptance. Procrastination starts there. And then, I mean, during interview when you got stress, I think it's very normal. Just be yourself, be likable, will do. Okay, so now you see that the day that you can't choose what are the stars that's sitting down there, at least you can preempt yourself. So is this good or good? So that you know, you got an idea, you got awareness what to do, what to prepare, what to be in advance to watch out. So that with that awareness, you avoid hard landings, because you have forecasted something. So now, on that day, if you need to see what's the direction, then maybe it ends up, hey, you prefer north back facing, where it's a well star. Well star, that means you're able to get the kind of rewards, the kind of outcome that you are looking for. So this will help you a lot in tapping onto the good direction for the day to support you in what you're looking for in that quest. So that's how you tap onto different situation, different time, and the timing. What's the timing? Nobleman hour is 11 to 1. If you think you can arrange at that timing, if you've got this paper right in front of you, hey, you straight away know which is the timing, you can propose. But if you cannot influence, so be it. At least you've got the direction and the actions to take for that moment, 19th of November, for the interview. So this is how you can do it for yourself. Let me do it one more for you. One more example. Assign a date to sign a contract on the 15th. So that means you cannot choose the date again. So if you cannot choose the date, what else can you do? Same thing, the day, you look for the day 15 and you see what are the good stars, and you nail down the stars and you take out here. Okay, so now once you are able to see this, that you have all these stars on that day, on the 15th of November for you, all these stars are different for individuals because you got a different birth chart. Okay, by the way. So now, with all these stars, the Shen Sha or the auxiliary stars, you are signing a contract. There says one star down there, contract challenges. That one you have to be very careful. That means you need to probably double read, proofread the contract if you can before the date, so that you avoid surprises on the actual day. Because there is a contract challenges and you're signing a contract on the day. You saw that, number 4? So that's how you can preempt yourself to, while the date is still there, to carry out the action. What else can you still do now to soft land if potentially any issues? And you also got a progressing up stars. The irritant star, you have to be careful that when you go to sign a contract, the other party or you, are we bringing anybody along that's going to be distracting? Or are we going to be in an environment that's too noisy or not suitable to sign the contract? So all these little irritants need to watch out to tone the whole environment, so that when you are into signing the contract, you can get it done as smooth as you can. Now you got it now. So this is how you go about. So do you find all this helpful now, by the way? Type a yes if you roughly got an idea if you cannot choose a date. Type a yes if you cannot choose a date, so that I know that you are getting the whole idea, so that you can do this for yourself, or if you want, you can consider also getting this from us so that you can do this for yourself. Okay, so now this is how it goes. Moving on, nobility, direction, you tap, and the hour you tap is very straightforward. There is a second scenario which is more important. That is what to do when you can choose your great days. This is very different. You see, when you can choose your great days, then it's a whole new different story already. Why? Because you are able to choose one that best fits your needs, that you can tap on the best timing. Best timing means what? Best pole position opportunity. Correct? So now what to do? Now look here. For example, choose a date to make an important presentation to the board. and it's the period between 4 to 6 of November. So there's a period where you can choose, so you must choose the one date best for that period. Okay, it's always a period, whether it's 3 days, 5 days, 1 week, or 2 weeks. There's a period that you can choose. You have to know which is the best date for that period, which is feasible. Then you move on. So if the question is 4 to 6 of November, you shall have your meeting. Choose one date. Okay. Then I look at the calendar. In my plot, there is this bar chart. So you look for the bar, but wait, look for the 4th to 6th of November first. Because the question is 4 to 6 of November as the options, then this is a 4 to 6. It's very clear. 4, 5, 6, 4 and 5 you got a negative. 6 you got a positive. So of course, then if you're allowed to choose, you will look at the 6 first. Alright. So once you look at the 6 as the option, then you move on. Because it's a good score. Clear cut. With the good score, you choose 6 of November and you move on from there. So with the 6 already, right? You look at the 6. First thing you look at is what? Number 1, if you look at, make sure that it is not a personal year breaker day for you. So that means to say, if 6 is being chosen at this stage, tentatively, if you are born in the year, let's say for this case, this person is born in the year of the dragon. If he is born in the year of the dragon, he needs to avoid clashing branches, which is called a dog. So you need to avoid a dog day. So you need to see, is 6th of November a dog day? Okay, 6th of November is a horse day. Very good. Then you pass the checklist. So then now, with this 6th of November, it's a horse day, which is not a dog. It doesn't clash. It's not a personal breaker by year. Good. Then you move on and you check on the good stars for the 6th of November. And in the 6th of November, you got so many good stars based on the chart. Or you can do your own research, okay? And end of the day, you got a problem resolve star. Hey, in the board. So you come from the angle that you're trying to solve the board's concern. So that they are good being your good, alright? So you must come from angle, what are the people looking for in the board, so that when you present, you don't just say what you want to say, but say in a way that try to resolve what is their concern. So you need to prep your presentation to address what they're looking for, not what you are looking for. It's in their terms, not your terms, okay? And problem solving star is down there. You see, the good one is there's a windfall star. Windfall star means you're in for a good surprise opportunistically. You're in for a good surprise opportunistically. So with the windfall star, it's good. And you got a team leader star, which means you should step up and be able to present and be able to take up responsibility and be the subject know-how in what you are presenting. I mean, if you present, you don't show leadership qualities. The board will also be wondering, hey, why are you sitting in this position telling me stuff? Correct or not? So do what is needed. That's what I mean by riding on wave. You see, down here there's an injury star. I don't think you get injured during a presentation unless you're presenting on a very dangerous environment. Don't bring your board to the construction site to present. Okay, kind of, okay? And probably restless. So you might show some signs of restlessness, but it's okay. You talk with more confidence, you step up and you address, I think it's better. See, there are so many good stars out here which you know what to do, specifically tie that to the key objective that you have for the day as the strategy to approach. And with this, nobility on that day is northwest. Nobility, you backface northwest if you can. If not, try to backface south to let them love you, like you, because relationship star. You see? So you got a few options. Sometimes the board is just at here. You can't just be back facing them and talk, right? So you got a northwest to consider, nobility, if not a relationship for south. If you're asking them for money, then you better back face north, because wealth is north. Got it? So now, nobleman hour, 1, 2, 3. You try to arrange that hour if you think you can. If your boss is in the States, better still, 1 to 3 local time, 1 to 3 a.m. Or your Singapore time, 1 to 3, their afternoon time. Either way, it's the same local time zone. So that's how you write on it. So far, are you all gaining something? Okay, do you all want something more complex one? Type a yes. Type a yes if you want something more complex. Because sometimes this selection can be a bit complicated or with more dimensions. type a yes, give me some love. Wow, I need to drink water. Probably I'll take another 10-15 minutes. Okay, I told you today I got a lot to cover. Okay, I could cover the text, cover some of the fundamentals, cover the stars, now cover the method, so that you can do this for yourself, or if you think you want, consider getting this. Okay, like now, a more complex one. You want to launch a product in November. So for the whole damn month, which is a good day? You want to launch a product in November. Okay, so that what to do? How to seek the best day in November. That means the number one criteria, the date has to be in November lah, because you state that one. So what to do? So you look at the whole chart again. Oh, in the month of November. So this is the period. Always identify the range that you're looking for. With that range, then you need to see which are the one that of high score lah, high score. So you see there are the one with good scores. How many are there with good scores? Good enough scores. In your eyes, how many are there? I probably select only 4 lah. Although there are some very near one. Let's select the 4 top ones. The 4 top ones being these 4 lah. You can see the chart on top right. So these 4 are the longest. So apparently to him, this guy, different people got different scoring. So this guy, yes, Anka, you got it correct. So 9, 15, 21st, 27 is the best scoring dates. The date where he's a bit more lucky, more supported. The energies are more in vibe with the day. The day now comes into further deep diving in. So with these 4 days, how to choose? Then it comes in. Because there will be times where you're choosing yourself for yourself a few days, and then from there you need to zoom down. So how do you zoom down? You can do this. Alright. Look for general good stars. Means what? You look at the stars for the day and you see whether is it an open day, a closed day, then you see whether is it a Yanggong day or kind of stuff lah. And you look and you see whether are there any telltale signs for elimination. So I look at these 4 days, and end of the day I go and see, so 9 November is open plus Donggong Auspicious, but it's a master killing day. 15 November is a stable day, very good, plus Donggong Auspicious. 21st November is open day plus Auspicious. 27 is a stable day plus very auspicious, plus shucks, it's a Yanggong day. So now you know that the whole world shares the same Yanggong day on the 27th. Okay, it's a general stuff. So now, of course, if I see a Yanggong day, I'm using this art for metaphysics purpose. Remember that I'm using this art of date selection for metaphysics purpose. So I cannot select that day, Yanggong day. So this is out. Okay, this is out. Okay, master killing you can. Okay, master killing you still can. You're not doing feng shui per se, okay. You're not doing feng shui per se, right? But Yanggong is for major events, okay, based on metaphysics purpose. So now you're left with 3. With me, left with 3. So now with these 3, then you need to do further elimination. Now let's take a look. Not a personal year breaker day. So now let's see. If this guy, let's say, is a dragon, born in the year of the dragon, so the dog will be the clashing. I look at these 3 days. It's a monkey, rabbit, and rooster. So monkey, rabbit, rooster is not a dog. So all 3 are okay. They are not personal year breaker day. So all 3 still stays. Okay. Then what else do I look for? I look for one more thing, which is a favorable element day. Favorable element. Now, favorable element, if you recall back in the chart, okay, for those friends who have came to me for consults, or if you can do this on your own, if you know Bazi, you can do this on your own, seriously. Okay, you're able to find that from the Bazi, the plot, there's one corner that says favorable element. So down here, in this plot, there are also stating favorable element. So down here, you know that water and wood is the favorable element. Water and wood is stated. You can see it now. So water and wood, because of here, water and wood is stated as the favorable element. So with that, you know the favorable element is water and wood. So back to the date selection, where you see these 3 days. You have the 9th of November as the metal stamp day. Look at the stem, not the branch. Metal stamp day. Then you look at 15th November is the fire stamp day. Then 21st of November is the water stamp day. What is the favorable element? Water and wood, right? So you have one left. So end of the day of the 21st of the whole November to this guy, 21st of November is the final shortlisted one up to this time. Because who knows, maybe the stars are all lousy, then you need to find again. If the stars are good enough, you can proceed. So now, you see, if you are able to do this for yourself, it's so much convenient. Actually, you can do this for yourself without all my plots, but you need to tie in with the old text, and you need to search on all the stuff that's needed, okay? So now, 21st November being the date, what you need to do, 21st, you look for the stars, and you see the stars which are available for yourself. Different people got different stars on that day. Now, let's see. You got a benevolent star, which means use your brain. Remember I said about benevolence? Benevolence means what? Moon virtue. Then you got influence star. Influence star means what? You can set influence. There are many ways to set influence. You can actually invite somebody who's popular and use him or her to be your brand mascot, influencer. Okay, 借势得权 in Chinese, which means you need to borrow somebody's presence to write on them, and in order to make the launch. So there must be somebody who is representing your product but have a bigger influence, and write on them with their consent and do the job. Then you are in for a good ride, because it says that influence 借势得权, okay, and also, but you're not into property, so it doesn't mean what charisma is there. So that means what, that day is good where you use your product positioning, that person's charisma, or your charisma, to launch the product, so that you can get more attention and more opportunistic funnel leads, account sales. You see, that's how we are planning each day, focus on the important or what to avoid for the wrongdoing, so as to, the last thing we want is this: avoid the price of ignorance. If you don't know and you still go and do something that is stupid, then okay, we all want to avoid that. So with that, the direction is actually for the day. Nobility is at north. We can back face north, and with the timing, the best timing to launch is for the day. For that day is you can consider 5 to 7 a.m. your local time, or 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. your local time. Now you got it. So now, so what you are able to do is very conveniently, with a date that you can select, or you cannot select a date. There are also ways to write on the good stars with the good back facing, with the good timing, and the good stars are based on your personal birth chart. Okay, and the scoring are also based on your personal birth chart. But you can do the good stars for yourself if you want to. Okay, so now selecting good days which are lucky for you, which are sitting right with you for your birth chart, will help you to gain the pole position. Okay, so look for the right auxiliary stars, and you're able to get that helpful for your venture. Okay, you can refer that to the ancient text, or you can look online if you want to try your luck if it's accurate. Okay, so if you want to spend your time battle on identifying the good days straight away, and also do actions to achieve your goals as your main priority, not a research thing, but to achieve your goals, consider this personal Bazi calendar from us. If you think you want to save your time, okay, we are doing this. It's all about getting the right pole position for a good start. Then your action will be in for a good run down the road. Okay, so yep, so thanks for staying. Okay, I have shared with you how you can do this for yourself. I really have shared openly with you how you can do this for yourself, referring back to the classic text. Have you learned something for today? Type a yes if you learned something for today, at least based on the classic text, or at least certain stars what it means, or at least for your own self on your own time, how to do a date selection. Do you manage to learn something? Type a yes if you managed to learn something. Give me some love and light also. Hope that so that you, when you stay through this period, you're able to gain and to do it for yourself, or if you want us to do it for you also. Okay, so now hope that I've give you a feel of how the work are needed behind all this also. Okay, give you a feel of how works needs to be behind on a good. That's why date selection is one of the most difficult things, because sometimes you cannot find a good date until maybe 5 weeks later. But if you want, depend on the time frame lah. Okay, so at least if you are interested, yeah, you can try to do this on your own. But if you want to make this simpler, then do consider this personalized Bazi calendar. Okay, which I can save your time. You can know your lucky scores for which days, and also the stars in layman terms, so I save you your time so they can do more valuable stuff. Okay, so now initially I'm doing this at 198, then I said no, let's do it at the offer, because my original price for this is going to be 198 Sing dollar. I straight away said no. Okay, so rather I would prefer to do this at 99 promo. Okay, 99 being said, it means $99 for that 1 year chart. Okay, so 1 year chart. So if you're interested, this promo will end on the 12th of November, and 99 for 12 months. That means each month is like $8. Is it? Yeah, $7, $8. So for each month, that means each day is like 30 cents. Okay. So so if you think you want to get this promo, okay, then my promo ends on the 12th of November on 11:30 p.m. Singapore time. So for those friends who are interested, okay, you will be getting a January 2022 to a December 2022 personalized Bazi calendar. If you think you're interested, just WhatsApp to us at 8484-9884. Okay, WhatsApp to us at 8484-9884 with the country code +65. Okay, so then for friends who are interested and fast enough, okay, for the first 15, okay, I give you another 1.5 months more. That means I start the calendar additionally for the first 15 by including the mid-November to December. So that means what, from mid-November all the way until 2022 December, you got this. Okay, after the 12th of November 2331 p.m. I'll revert back to the price. So if you think this is fitting for you, this is good for you, do kind of take this advantage, so that you free up your time with that $8-9 Sing every month to do more important stuff. But all the stars are down there, because the personal scores and the stars are there. Yes, energy do repeat and go in a cyclic manner, but you need to know which is the timing that aligns with the high score, and also which is the way to select good days so as to ride on it. Unless your goals for the year, your risk for the year are worth less than SGD 99, then okay, or even to do it on yourself also, okay. Okay, so at least you roughly know the idea how this date selection can be done. Any questions? USD I also don't know. You can try to convert on Google, or you ask my wife lah. Okay, yeah. But today I think I've shown you a few things. Number one, the context of date selection. Number two, I have also shown you what the mindset and the willing to get hands dirty. This selection is just getting the head start well, right, correctly seated. The third thing is some of the ancient context on the ancient book. If you think you want to read this kind of thing, okay, then I don't obstruct you. Not only this, I'm also doing this for you every day for my date selection, sharing with you in my Telegram. I don't know how long I'm able to do that. Okay, but until one fine day when my works get overwhelmed, maybe let's see how it goes. Okay, because I can't do that forever for you in my Telegram. And I also cover about the way to choose date. If you have some fundamentals, you can do it on your own. But if you want to make this simplified, you can consider calendar. Okay. So any questions? If you don't have, you can Telegram to, no, you can Messenger to us. Okay, we have a WhatsApp. We have also a Facebook. You can Messenger to us. Okay, and my wife Sally will actually tells you what to do, or how to get this calendar. Okay, so if you're interested, be the first 15, okay, for the 1.5 months more. And I hope that you also learn what about date selection today. Any question? Give me some love, give me some like. And yeah, so do join my Telegram. On and off, I'll be sharing some of the good stuff down there, and hope that I have served well to you tonight with the 2 hour plus. Hope that you learned something. I did not bore you, and I hope that you have enjoyed yourself for tonight. Okay, so if there's no questions, thank you very much. Hope that you learned something. Hope that you pass on and also do something for yourself on the art of date selection using 八字 with 神煞. Okay, this is Marcus from Metaphysics. So if there's no other questions, anything? Anything?
Oh, Chinese New Year. Yeah, do sign up for Chinese New Year.
Okay, my wife actually tells me do actually sign up for Chinese New Year. My Chinese New Year is actually this session. Okay, where half of the cost fee will be donated to children's charity, but we are going to share with you on a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff. Okay, that's why I need to split it into 2 days, and the timing are according to Singapore time. Okay, so you do your own conversion locally to see whether you are convenient to attend. And I'm going to tell you about feng shui, about the forecasting for the year, about some of the stars for the year you need to watch out, and also about quite a few things. And also I'll be covering a little bit on the purple white, which are the good sectors for the month. Okay, so do join me if you are interested in this session, and sign up using the QR code on the bottom left. You can sign up. Okay, for this one the link is at the bottom left, the QR code. Okay, it's on here. Okay, so it is also in my Telegram, it's also in my Facebook. Okay, so yep, hope to see all of you. It's been my great pleasure to serve you and to share with you. It's been my honor, and really thank you for staying through. And I hope you stay safe, stay very safe, and have a happy week. Have a great end to the month of October, and welcome November and December and January, and you're into the tiger year. Okay, time passed very fast, so take care, stay safe, and also I see you soon. This is Marcus from Metaphysics. Bye bye.